Hello and welcome, it's Maginpanic to my reaction channel. Today we're gonna watch the Weeknd, Snowchild. There's a lot to talk about and a lot to analyze, so let's jump straight into it. Let's go. Okay, straight from the very beginning. Very anime-ish style. Very good quality. You have to notice this jacket with two colors actually, not a single color, no. One color, easy. We have to do the shading here and animate it frame by frame like crazy. They even add a little bit of detail. Take a look here, this little piece starting to shine. Wonderful. Don't forget a little bit of detail on the pants and a little bit on the hair. That's just shimmering. Wonderful work from the very first frame. I can say a lot for the quality. Nothing too complicated in that smoke behind. Character disappears in the ground. Tons of environment, just a graphics. Whoa, I love those ribbons. Marvelous. The link to this song is in the description, so you can't hear the song right now because it's copyrighted. That's the only way I could make these videos. Okay, here we go. The background here is 3D, and you can say it's 3D because of the shading. The sun is moving on the sky, obviously, and the shadow is moving so smooth. This shadow movement is so smooth, so you can easily said it's a 3D environment and nothing else. Those objects here, like snow pieces, particles, are just 2D added to everything, I believe. What kind of city it is? Don't know. So a cool merge together with 2D and 3D. All the animations are good, slightly limited in some parts. But you can see the background here is just one image that's not moving. The things that are moving are characters and this thing on the bed. That's pretty much it. A little bit of cyberpunk vibe. Weird. Where we are going? Oh, no, I noticed you. Take a look on this little shimmer here. Nice little detail. I appreciate that. Where are we going? Oh, another cool transition. Hell yeah. So everything turns white to make this transition. Very anime-ish type of transition into the chain. That was a blink on the chain. Nice transition. Very cool. Characters are disappearing in a cool way. You can see how much work it took to create such work, because those characters have those outlines, obviously, and there is this one color and there is one shading and the second shading. Everything hand drawn, frame by frame. That's insane. Insane. Another cool transition. Let me focus on that. Again, there should be a little cross on the initial frame. There we go, a little cross, huge line with a circle, and the circle should grow, right? And the star, of course, to make the transition happen. and this kind of thing to make the transition stitch together. That's a cool detail. Here there is this frame, there is nothing on the next one, and on the third frame we have those lines like a camera distortion kind of thing. That's a nice detail to add. I like how this red light reflects on the ground. I know it's just an image, but that's a nice detail that catches your attention. Nice one. I like how these Pantera turn into black. You can see this little area here that's shrinking, and the next color is shrinking as well, so at the end we can see only the eyes. I like those type of transitions. Nicely done. Whoa, that transition, you can say easily that there was no limitations, even though it's like animated on 3s, not on 2s, to save a little time. All those things, everything is moving here. The morphing here is just done perfectly. And I noticed something before, I need to point it out, a little shimmer on this diamond. But what we have here is the one shimmer here, then it's another one here, and that's just a cool thing. Let me play that. Nice. It's a good play with the emotion on the character. You can clearly say that the character don't know where he's at, what's going on. He's like scary. That's a hard thing to achieve. Emotions, you know, when you're drawing things like this. That's hard. That's tough. I like how they composited those things. There's a nice glow here. Obviously two-toned shadows. Everything is very detailed, even on such a close shot. That kind of limitation is something I don't understand, but at the same time I get that this scene was just for 5-6 seconds and it don't need much more to actually animate it. What we can see that this character's head stays on one place, and to achieve the motion the only thing that's moving is torso, so we have motion like this. In a real life, when we are taking steps, we are moving with our heels and toes, and we are going up and down a little. So the motion of the head is going in the S curve. So instead of this curve, in a real life, we have something like this. And I would like to see just a little bit of this. You can see the legs here, so just a little motion up and down would do the work. Nice morphing again. That was a good impact to make the speed. You can't see his hands at all, but you can imagine that he's doing so many things. His hands are moving so fast, so maybe he's taking some weapon from the back or something. So many things are happening, so to show everything in one frame, you have those squiggly lines. That's a cool impact frame, I appreciate that. Just an outline with just tiny little scribbles, little transition, nice lightning kind of effect, and we have the slow motion, and the character is wielding weapons. So now we can see that the character is kind of like a disappearing before everything crashes, and I appreciate that the character, just like in Dragon Ball, the character, we can see him here and then to move very fast. He is turning into those lines, then in the next frame there is nothing, and I expect the next frame, yes, to be lines as well to make this motion. And you can see that he's moving into the direction, but he's not like a character anymore, because those shapes are, yeah, they are like butts. You can see just the lines of the butts to translate into butts. That's nice. And there's again nice impact frame. Nothing too precise, just lines. Each serves for one frame, and it gives you that thing on your eye in a motion where you actually understand what's happening. Super fast motion. What in the world happened here? What in the world? Oh my god, the quality of this entire video was so cool. And then we have a weak spot, we noticed it. So those bats are moving down, colliding with the ground. Nice initial frame, I appreciate that. Then we have this very detailed shot of the character. But the next one is weak. Where those clouds come out? What's happening? What is happening right now? And the character is not standing in the center of this circle, like he's shifted down. What is happening? Take a look on those clouds, 2-3 frames, that's it. That's a weak shot. Okay, how to improve it, you might ask. So the first thing to do would be to place the character in the center of this circle, because those bats was colliding into the center of this circle. So it's a natural thing that this character should stand there instead of there. He's standing too low. He should stand in the center of this circle. That's one thing. And the second thing is with this effect. This effect is weak to maintain the speed, because we want to move those clouds very fast, and the previous frame is marvelous, very detailed, and we have to somehow maintain that amount of details. And in order to do that, it would be good to have a little more connection to the character as everything disappears, and not detach everything so fast so we are not longer see what's going on the screen. And it's a little more attachment to everything. And as well, it would be cool to add a little more details in the shading, because, as I said, the previous frame was so super detailed. So having this next frame not detailed at all, or having those limited details, is a huge downside to everything. And drew like 2-3 more frames, to be honest. That's just a very weak spot in this entire video. This frame, marvelous. This frame, very good and detailed. We can see where it's colliding, and then the character appears here. That's weak. That was cool. Nice movement, not sliding on the ground. Very good. I appreciate the detail on the shadows. This fire, I need to talk about it just a little. It's a very well done fire. pretty random, as you could expect from anime-ish style effect. What we have here is have this frame that serves as a mask, and this is masking a little huge rectangle that's behind it, way bigger than what I drew, and this rectangle have a animation or real footage of fire that's under this mask. So it's rather moving upward or just repeating its animation on its own in this shape, in this mask. You can see something is happening behind it, and this is what is happening. I haven't done such things at all in my life, but I can see in anime-ish style effects it's happening pretty often. That was cool, but I didn't felt the impact. I can see a little ground shake, that's cool. And the bats are closer, it's still shaking, I appreciate that. But in the very last frame, the bats are moving faster towards the camera. So the closer the bats are to the camera, we see them as they are moving slightly faster. It's just a perception thing. To maintain that speed, to maintain that perception, what we have here, we have those eyes, this red color on the eyes are stretching because of that speed. And what I noticed in the many anime-ish style videos, on the very last frame where something appears on the screen, all those edges are distorted. And again, it's maintaining the speed, it's amplifying this effect of those of the speed of these eyes. Obviously not in this color. And this is something I'm missing in this one and only frame in particular. I like this animation so much. It's very well done. Well, you can see obviously that the character is sad. Kind of lost. Well done with this video, very well done. Just a 2 or 3 weak spots, just as always. That little glint on the glasses, little detail. Nice. Nice and effective smoke. That was cool effect to add. Snowchild, The Weeknd. Oh, that is weak. So nothing in this video was sliding, and now we have this character sliding. So what is happening here? We have the animation of the character played on the timelines. Let's say there is a timeline and there is the next frame, okay? So the animation of the character plays on twos. So 2 frames takes the character to move to the next frame and to actually animate, and the background is moving on 1 frame at a time. And in this case we have strobing. So the character looks like it's not attached to the background. The idea to solve it is to rather have the background move on twos as well, so everything will be at the same timing, or the second one is to make what will take so much time, is to in between the character. That's a bit weak to have something like this at the very end, to be honest. Would be better to cut this character like here, so we don't see the feet of the character, and we can't see, like, the starting position should be like this, so we can't see the feet. That's also a kind of like a solution. It will still be strobing, but the character will not do something like this. It's much better when we don't see the feet. Again, I like this on the glasses. This is it, Snowchild. There was a lot to talk, a lot to analyze. I love this video. The quality of this video is very, very cool. I can see that there was a huge budget on this video, and it took like a month or something for a group of people. Like a huge, at least 5. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a sick day and see you around on the next videos. Cheers.